This recording is to show you how to create a class notebook for your OneNote notebooks. Now, you need to log into your Office portal, which is at portal.office.com. And once you get here, there's two different places where you can go in order to create a class notebook. You can click on this link, create a OneNote class notebook, under the big orange box, or you can click on the waffle. And when you click on the waffle, it brings up a second purple tile, which is class notebooks. Now, if you, when you click on this, it's going to take you to the OneNote class notebook page. Now, if you click from the one link, it'll ask you to sign in. Just go ahead and click there. Yeah, there we go. So when you get to the OneNote class notebook screen, it's going to bring up these four tiles. In order to create a class notebook, you're going to click on the blue Create a Class Notebook tile. First thing you want to do is give it a title. Most teachers have been giving it their last name and then the year. Now you can use a dash. You cannot use a slash or any apostrophes or periods. It'll tell you that those characters are not allowed in the title. Once you've given it a title, you will click Next. Now here, this goes through the overview. Inside each class notebook, it's broken up into different spaces. You have the collaboration space, which is a place where both you and the students can add and edit content. The content library, the teacher can add and edit content. The students can only view content. This would be a great place to put things that you would then want them to copy and paste into their own student notebook. Then the next sections will be the student notebooks. Each student will get their own notebook created for them, and you will be able to see your collaboration space, the content library, and all of the student notebooks. The students will be able to see the collaboration space, the content library, and just their student notebook. So it's not possible for a student to accidentally save their things in the wrong space or to accidentally change somebody else's work. Inside the student notebook, you do have editing privileges, so you can add things and make comments and edit as well. So then we'll just click on Next. Now here you can give another teacher permission to use your class notebook. I've seen this done with teachers who are sharing a contract, or for example, if you know, the grade level, if one teacher teaches all of the math and the other one teaches all the language arts, they have created one giant 6th grade notebook, and both teachers are sharing it. But most teachers have decided not to share their class notebook. Now, in the event that you decide you do want to share it later, you can go back and add a teacher later. So we'll click on Next. Now here we're going to add student names. Now when you're adding student names, you just start typing in their name. And as you're typing in their name, a name should pop up below. My internet is a little slow today. So here I can just pick a name. And when I click on the name, it puts the name there with an underline and a blue X. So I could then go back in. If I clicked on the X, it would delete the student from this notebook, but I'm just going to keep it there. So now I'm going to type another name. So, and then I would just continue to go through and put in names. Now, if you are working from a laptop or a Chromebook, I would suggest only putting about 5 names in before you finish creating, because sometimes when you push on the backspace in the Chromebook, it'll kick you out of the class notebook screen and you'll have to start over from the beginning. And but if you're working from a desktop, I haven't really run into that problem, so I feel that you're pretty safe continuing and adding all of your names. Now, once you have added all of your names, you're going to click Next, and all notebooks start out with a handout, class notes, homework, and quizzes section. We've been suggesting that everybody add a writing section. And these sections, if you do not want to have those sections, you can go ahead and click on the box and it won't create those sections. This time is the easiest time to mass add or mass delete notebooks. If you wait till later, then you'll have to have the students create the tabs themselves, which with older kids might not be too difficult, but with the younger kids it might be a little bit of a headache. So if you think you might use it, I would add more at the time. Now once you are happy with the tabs that you have in your notebook, you're going to click on Next. And this will give you a preview of what your notebook will look like. So we're looking at a teacher notebook. It has a welcome space, which gives you some information about OneNote. After you've read that information, you can actually delete that tab. Then you will have a collaboration space, your content library, and you'll notice that I have the 2 notebooks for the 2 student names that I added. Now if I click on the student notebook, they also see the welcome section, the collaboration space, the content library, but David only sees his 2 tabs. He doesn't see any of the other students' tabs. Now once you have all the names in there and you're ready for it, you're going to click on Create. I'm not going to click on Create because these aren't my students and I don't want to give them a notebook. But you would click on Create and then it would start spinning. You'd get the little thinking spin. And so we're creating your notebook. Occasionally it'll say, oops, something happened, something went wrong and we couldn't create it. Just click on Create again. I've never had a teacher have to click on Create more than 2 times. Now once you're done, you'll want to go back to your Office portal. Now you will get a screen that says take me to the notebook. If you're on a desktop, you could click on that link and it'll take you to the notebook. If you're on a Chromebook, you won't want to click on that because it takes you to the full version of OneNote and you cannot run the full version on a Chromebook. But you can access the notebook by clicking on your OneNote online. When you click on your OneNote online, it's going to show you a notebook, or all of your notebooks. So when you open it, hopefully this is one of my class notebooks. Sometimes we have to be patient. Okay, so it opens up to the welcome page. There's lots of really good information here. Peruse the information at your leisure. You'll see that you'll have a collaboration space, and there will be some notes on how to use the collaboration space and your content library. Now this notebook, I don't actually have any students attached to it, so there are no student names, but in your notebook you will have the student names. Now the next part is, what if you did not add all of your students, or if you want to delete students who moved, or you get a new student that comes in. So in order to add or delete, you're going to go back to the class notebook. You can either go through here, or on the portal page there was that link under the orange square. So when you get back to the class notebook section, you can click on Add or Remove Students. And when you add or remove students, you're just going to, they'll ask you which notebook you want to add or remove students to. You'll select your notebook, and then you will just add in names. Once you get your entire class in, it's going to ask you, which ones do you want to, it'll set it up the exact same way as the previous notebook. Now here, these are not mine. They were sample students, so I'm just going to go ahead and undo them from my notebook. And then you will just update it. So you can always add or remove students. Now this is the screen that I was talking about earlier. When you finish creating your notebook, it will come to this. I can click on there and it will open the full version, or I can click here and it will take me back to this screen here. Now, your students, when they go to their notebook for the very first time, they're going to find it inside their OneDrive. So they will want to click on their cloud, and they will need to click on Shared with Me, because it will have been shared with them. Now, you will get, when you create your notebooks, you will get an email that says you have so many undeliverable items. Those are just the emails that the computer tried to send to your students, but since our students are not set up to access email, it gets bounced back to you saying it's undeliverable. They will find their notebook inside the Shared with Me file. For most students, it will be one of the only things in there. And they will just open it, they'll click on it, open the notebook, and once they have opened it, from here on out, they will always find it. They can go to their OneNote purple tile from the waffle, and it will be there. But before they open it for the first time, it's not going to be located in their OneNote tile. So from now on, I will just click on OneNote Online in order to access this notebook. Okay, hopefully that explains everything you need to know about how to create a class notebook, and just send me an email if you have any questions. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.